Hello, you fine internet folks. I'm still here in the UK for a few more days, with a bit of ink on my fingers. But while I've been here, Intel's Arrow Lake has launched two fairly middling reviews from media sites. Now, as you guys may or may not know, I don't have a motherboard, did not receive one in time, so I have not been able to get hands-on with Arrow Lake. However, there is a board and memory kit in the mail that was paid for by the Patreons and supporters of Chips and Cheese, to which a massive thank you to all of you. We weren't able to get sampled a board, so without a board, CPU no work, unfortunately. That is due to arrive the day that I get back to the US, so that timing worked out great. However, what I would like to talk about in this video, since I don't have any data to share, is how it feels like Intel has been rushing products out the door and how that time to market focus has potentially sacrificed the stability and reliability that Intel has been known for years. Intel has been the companies whose products just work out of the box. And when you just need something to just turn on and do your job, that is the most important thing, that your system just works. And when you go and hit the power button, it will just turn on. However, with this latest set of launches from Intel, that renowned stability has seemingly taken a backseat to getting the products out. With the Arrow Lake launch, there have been reports from Steve at Gamers Nexus that when he ran a DGPU, so a dedicated GPU from AMD or NVIDIA, alongside the iGPU, he had blue screens and system stability issues. And there is also reports from Leo at Kit Guru and Wendell from Level 1 Techs of very similar issues. Wendell from Level 1 tested two different boards and seemingly had issues with both. Reports from scheduling from contributor and friend of Chips and Cheese memes, and it feels like Arrow Lake's launch should have been delayed. How long, I don't know, but it really feels like they sort of kicked it out the door, and any issues be darned, which is a bit disconcerting and disappointing. And unfortunately, it's not just a client issue either. Granite Rapids has also had some stability issues. Patrick Kennedy from Serve the Home reported that when he went to remove DIMMs from his Granite Rapids server, it wouldn't post. Granted, this was a development server, right? So not a OEM produced server. This was for sort of OEM partners to get to design off of. But contrast that with Turin's own development kit from AMD, and to quote Patrick, Turin had the more mature platform. And in my experience, I can say that the Turin platform, aka Volcano, was a very, very stable platform, more so than seemingly what Patrick saw with Granite Rapids. And that's sort of a weird place for Intel to be. For them not to necessarily be the kings of stability. And sort of in the end, with future launches, I hope that Intel will take the time to get it right, get these firmware and software issues sorted so that things will just work out of the box. Because with things like stability and reliability, if you start losing the trust of your customers, that trust is actually really hard to get back, because you need to be able to ensure that a system will turn on. And seemingly with Arrow Lake, that hasn't quite been the experience of many people, that it doesn't just turn on, it will have crashes and blue screens. And that's kind of a disappointment. Kind of a short video, sort of first impressions. But this sort of came from the heart, and I just want to, this is not necessarily for you guys, although thank you for watching. This is more speaking to any Intellers that are listening, and anyone that can sort of take the teams who are developing all this cool technology and make sure that all this stuff is ready for launch when it launches, because seemingly that isn't quite the case for these latest sets of launches. And with that, it is a shorter video, so hit like, hit subscribe. Unfortunately, that does help, does work. I do hate shilling it, but you do what you have to. There's also the Substack, Patreon, PayPal, and of course the WordPress. So yeah, have a good one, folks.